Well, hello my friends. I wanted to make a video about writing a song that I didn't really like that much. So I originally intended on making a video about mindful musicianship and what that is, and when I went to listen to it, there was no sound because my microphone is slowly dying. I figured I should make a video about how I wrote the Vulture song. I don't know what the title is. Title's probably gonna be Vulture. I really don't think this song was my best work, but I don't know that it needs so badly to be changed, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So why did I want to write a song about this subject? Just really simple. I mean, I always just feel sorry for vultures because it always happens. I see a big bird in the sky and I'm like, oh, it's so big, it's so impressive, and then it flies down and then whoever I'm with is like, oh, it's just a vulture. And yeah, maybe it's not as impressive to see a vulture as it is to see like a hawk or a condor or something else, but or an owl. I mean, birds of prey are pretty cool, but vultures are very cool too. They're willing to do a really nasty job that like no other creatures, very few other creatures in big form, very few multi-celled vertebrate creatures will do. So I commend them for that, because that's not an easy job, I guess, and they're not really asking for thanks, I guess. They're birds. They're doing what they need to do, but still, I mean, I think they deserve a little more respect than someone going, oh, just a vulture. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I did musically, and then I'm going to go into lyrics. This will probably not be as long as others because there's not that much to say. I've been wanting to write more songs in minor keys lately, so I started in D minor. I did a finger-picking pattern that was muted, I guess. I was like... which I haven't really done. I've never done that like percussive thing, so that's cool. That's for the introduction. For the verse, I do that again. I go D minor, A minor, C major, A7, and I do that twice. And then after the second time, I go into D major. So there's the A7, and then I go strumming. So I go D major, and then with the line that mentions the vulture, I go into D minor, because it's disappointing. It's only a vulture. And then I go A, A7, and back to D. I do that same thing again. And D minor, because we're disappointed. A, A7. And then that's pretty much it with the music. This is really, really simple. Honestly, I love the sound of D minor, but I don't think it's an appropriate key for my voice. I think that the note D is right about where my voice breaks, because like it's very hard to sing and get a consistent sound in that key for me. So I guess I was feeling a little bit anxious yesterday, and I was trying to be productive and get stuff done, and I was trying to do free write, and I wrote this one about a vulture because I was thinking about how no one respects vultures. I just think that's sad. Really, I think it's really sad. Wrote a little free write, very, very short, like this long. I'm not incredibly proud of the lyricism of this song, and I don't really know how I can resurrect it. I don't really I don't really feel like this song is worth an overhaul, you know? I don't feel like it's worth just erasing and starting over. I think I'm just gonna stick with what I got. You know, just let things be what they are. I feel like it's like when you judge a friend for liking something that you think is terrible, like, just let your friend like the thing. It's kind of like how I feel towards this song. Like, I'm judging myself a little bit for choosing this way of writing it, but I should just let myself have this song that isn't necessarily the most is not necessarily the most representative of my best writing. Some highlights, some lyric highlights that I guess I do like. There's one little nugget in here that I really, really like, and that is, it says, the hearts of the humans fall to the ground like a hawk collecting prey, because that's what the humans expected. They expected to see a hawk, but they were disappointed, so their hearts fell like a hawk. That's pretty much the only imagery that I'm really proud of in this song. There's other things, but I've done better. I'm thinking that if I ever feel so compelled to write another song about a vulture someday, I can just call it Vulture 2, the re-vulturing, or, you know, I could just make a second song about a vulture. Like, no one, I don't know. This idea bleeds through to other practices and other things that I do in my life, but for some reason I have a hard time coming back to the same thing twice. I really don't want to ever do something the same way. I have it in my mind that once I've written a song about a vulture, I can never write another song about a vulture again. And once I've used a certain chord combination, I can never use that same one again. But that is simply not true and ridiculous. Even if there are infinite subjects and infinite things that I can write about, if I want to write about the same thing twice, it's not going to be the same song. So that's silly. That's very silly. Anyway, I hope you like this video. I promise that the next video will probably be better. If you made it this far, please comment with your favorite underrated animal, and then I'll know who really watches my videos. So, until next time, stay mindful, stay musical, and stay out of trouble.